Yo, what up? What's good? Yo, we got Shaq Petteway in the building, man. I ain't gonna have to beat around the bush, man. We got Shaq in the building.
What's up? What up? What up?
What's up, bro?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Glad
Patience is a virtue, man. I'm glad to have you here. I'm
For
glad
sure.
to have you here. So I say patience is a virtue because when we first started, the first person, one of the first people I reached out to was Shaq. Everybody else said, yeah. Shaq.
I was like, nah, that ain't me.
Shaq like, nah. And then he like, you know what? Let me see a couple other people fumble over their words and stuff
the
first.
stuttering.
And then I see what we could do. When I tell you I've been on this man's heels,
Strong daily.
daily, weekly, anytime he say something. So yeah, speaking of that, like, what's up? They were like, yeah, man, get your schedule. I appreciate you coming in, bro.
I appreciate the welcome, the invite.
Yeah, it had to happen. Like, everybody been asking. I'm sure there's people who asked you too. Ain't too many people gonna get Shaq to sit down and open up and have a conversation. If you know Shaq, you know.
Especially not on no camera.
So I feel privileged, bro. It's an honor for sure.
Only you in the city that could do this for sure.
Yeah, I heard that. Only me. Only Legacy Lounge. So this definitely exclusive. People get to see a different side of you. So first of all, I want to start by saying congratulations on everything you got going on right now with Beyond Talent. City needs you. When you was playing football, you was the one, like you was the chosen one. And now what you doing now, bro, you got literally a lot of people behind you. You do it the right way. So
I appreciate that.
yeah, I'm all about positivity and
Sure.
Shaq my guy outside of like this really my guy. Like, Shaq really my guy. But I was waiting to tell you this, on the podcast, man. I admire what you do, bro. I admire what you do for sure. One of your biggest fans, but we like the city needs you. Like what you doing, we need you because you care.
Sure.
We'll touch on it, but you've been on the other side, and
Yeah.
everybody don't care. Like it's more what you could do for them while you can do it, and then after that, it's literally a peace sign. Like
You said it.
yeah, yeah, and I don't mind. We'll get into it though, but I want to talk about Beyond Talent as it presently states, like you're stable. Talk about your athletes and what they got going on.
Beyond Talent, we in year 4. We're doing a lot of good things right now. I got a lot of kids that committed to me in the beginning. That was like 8th grade. That's now they seniors and juniors. So we got a lot of athletes committing to schools, getting a lot of money. They go to school, scholarships, 100% scholarships, also partially scholarships. At the end of the day, it's all about getting a free education. If you're good at sports, why not use that as your tool to be a resource to get out of Steubenville, no matter what your situation is.
Right. And that's why I say you care. But I can see, aside from social media, like when you in the pictures, when they committing, just, how proud you is, like, because they've been with you since, like you said, since it started. So I know that got to mean something crazy to you.
Loyalty, like that's a big part to me. So for the kids and the parents that committed to me, right off the back of nothing, just wanted to be a part of something that I had going on and it meant a lot to me. So, so I try to pour back in all I got to those kids.
I mean, your impact is immense. Like, I want to go down the list and go through some names, but just off the top of my head, Isaac Hill. So Isaac was with you from the beginning?
Before he caught a pass on varsity, yeah. So what was that? His going to his sophomore year summer. His dad hit me up and was like, I want my son to start training with you. And then I was like, well, let's do it then. Then we started from there.
And y'all still got a relationship, right?
Sure, we text about once every week.
Again, because you committed.
I know what that's like, being away at school and really being away. The only person that for me, it was the only person I was talking to was my mom and maybe
right.
Beam, you know what I'm saying? So it get tough.
It went bigger than, Beyond Talent. Like, it wasn't just, all right, boom, I'm going to train you, I'm going to get you D1, figure it out. Like, when you back in the city, come holler at me. Like, you still got a relationship with it.
That's not even like a day one conversation that we have, like D1. That's because for me, on the other side, I actually know what it take for that. So we had to get at least, for me, I say 10,000 hours, you know what I'm saying? You got to get 10,000 hours to be good at any type of craft, you know what I'm saying? That's what they say. So we ain't start talking about that until it was starting to become a reality. So it was like we had to really grind, you know what I'm saying? I had to see you cry tears, like, in front of me before I felt like, yeah, you this is what you really want. I wish I had somebody pushing me to the finish line, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the days it was me doing push-ups in my house, you know what I'm saying, till tears, and then I'm like, all right, I can go to sleep.
But you doing that, you know what it take. Now you giving it back.
Yeah.
So beyond Isaac, man, what else we got going on?
Mason Marchbank, another early day one kid. He just committed to Mercyhurst University, a newly converted D1 college, so he's going pretty pretty free scholarship to get an education. In today's game, if you want to go D1, you might have to go smaller school. So him going to Mercyhurst is a good opportunity for him to get on the field, get some film, and then if that opportunity presents itself, you know what I'm saying, we use the transfer portal to get to a higher stage, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to be probably the route for a lot of kids in this area for sure.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But just across the world, that's the new journey, the new route.
Congrats to Mason, and congrats to you too on that.
We got shout out to Cena Smith. You know, she came aboard when she already had a scholarship. The relationship that me and her got, she'll tell you that like I was able to take her to another level of her on her game. She's going to Ohio University softball. Sadie Edwards, one of my first marketable kids that I started like 8th grade, 7th grade. She took me to states, you know what I'm saying? She took me to states in track middle school. She placed 3rd. That's kind of where it took off from on the track, on the track side. She just received basically a full ride scholarship to Akron University softball.
That's dope. And she's a junior right now.
She's a junior, yeah. And she last year she tore her ACL. So me and Sadie we have a close bond because I also tore my ACL. So I was coaching from a experience standpoint, not saying I was qualified to be doing her rehab, but I did it with a plus of what she was doing with her physical therapist. You know what I'm saying? Just something extra, just them extra reps of them quad squeezes, those extra reps of leg raises. You know what I'm saying? Like that played a big part in her. I think her rehab. You know what I'm saying? Just my experience of actually tearing my ACL and having a 24-hour attention. You know what I'm saying? At a D1 school. I kind of knew what she needed to be doing, and I think that was kind of hard for a high school kid to do that on their own. So I jumped aboard on that at the first chance that I knew was happening. And then, you know, my boy, you know, Landon Crozier. Let's talk about it.
Landon Crozier. Shout out to Sadie, though. Congratulations to Sadie, man. I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan since 8th grade hoop, all of that. Shout out to you. But we got Landon Crozier.
Yeah, you know that's my boy.
I know that's your boy. Yo, Landon. Me and Shaq, man, we be
every Friday.
Every Friday we texting, man. We invested, bro. I'm a big fan.
Just one of your guys, Landon.
Yeah, for sure. But you talk about Landon.
Landon, I don't even know which way like to dive in about Landon Crozier. You know, good kid, good family, special kid, hard worker. Landon, Thad dropped him off to me 7th grade summer, going into the 7th grade summer, and he was like, "He's yours." And then, you know, like I said, back to the 10,000 hours, you know what I'm saying? I got to see you cry. I got to see you, this is what you want to do. Like, he with it. First game, 7th grade, I'm like, all right. He might make a couple juke moves. He might make a couple tackles. First play. I'm like, dang.
He different. Yeah.
First play, 7th grade. Immediately, I seen it.
This year in football, what was he? He was All-State?
First team All-State and first in Big Red history as a sophomore. I ain't received that honor. Bronco Busick didn't receive that honor. Dwight Macon didn't receive that honor. You know.
First team All-State.
And
that's your boy.
That's my boy.
So I know that, bro. I know that guy. Like,
come on, man.
Yeah. I think, man, we got to fact check, but I'm going to jump out here and say that the only player in Big Red football history to be All-State twice on defense was you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
He gonna blow that out the water.
I was just about to say that. That's why we're saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, I would be like, and I know you the same way, like who else, if somebody gonna break your record, it's your guy. Like,
I want it to be my guy for sure.
It's your guy.
I ain't one of those guys to be like, I'm the only one that did it. I want to be, nah. Now I want to sit back and turn on the TV on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? He out there. You know
you see some you in him?
Now?
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. And
okay.
I feel like it's a little something to me and all my kids, like the ones that's locked in with me, like for sure. Like I got a little funny story about a little, I ain't gonna drop his name, a 6th grader.
Right now?
Just saying a little bit in me.
Okay.
He played for the Toronto Titans, but he go to Harding.
Okay.
You know, so he play on the varsity, but he'll play for 7th grade Harding next year. Smaller kid, tough as nails. Smallest kid gonna play on the line. But he'll play running back. He's one of the fastest kids on the team, but he's so tough he'll play on the line. You know, the new trend is BTA, belt the ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Toronto varsity lost to Steubenville varsity in the varsity game. So they went back to school, and the next day, you know what I'm saying, it's about it's 12-1, 15-1. He the only Toronto kid to go to Harding play on the varsity team. BTA. He turned around, slapped the kid in lunch. He like, I slapped him first, Shaq, but I ain't win. He said, you told me don't let nobody ever disrespect you.
Hold on, what did he say, bro?
He said, you told me don't let nobody ever disrespect you.
He said he slapped you first, Shaq, but I ain't win.
He smacked him first. I was like, you smacked him first? He was like, yeah. I was like, did you win? He said, I ain't saying that. He said, but I swung first, and I swung again.
But you told him don't let nobody disrespect you.
He was like, you told nobody don't let me disrespect you, not even you. And then the dad was like, do you want me to bring him to training? I'm like, yeah. I ain't about to punish him for defending himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm punishing him for getting suspended for school, though. Not being able to control his emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm suspending him in that. But at the same time, after he done doing this push sled or these push-ups, I'm going to dap him up.
So that sounded to me like beyond talent. Like,
it's beyond that.
So where did the name come from? Like, beyond talent?
Woke up to it.
Just came to you.
Just the whole training. Like, when I came home, I just didn't like where we was at. I didn't like the developmental that we was at for athletes.
Is this something you wanted to do? Like, when you graduated school, like, did you want to do this?
Nah, I wanted to, like high school, I wanted to make it to the NFL and buy a building. I wasn't reminded of that until, like, the year that Najee and them made it to the CFL championship. And he came home, and he came to one of my training sessions, and I gave him the floor to one of my older advanced groups, middle school kids. And he was like, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see Shaq doing what he said he was going to do. Wasn't able to do it with the money, but now I'm doing it with my time. So, you know what I'm saying? For him he kind of like, dang.
Like he lit something in you.
Yeah, like I'm really doing what I said I was going to do, like, back then. And for him to remember that, like, it meant a lot to me. So at that point, I feel like it got serious for me.
What you seen that you didn't like, or what would you have wanted to see more of?
I ain't like the same cycle. Play 4 years of high school and then you hit the streets. Speaking from one side of the athlete, you know what I'm saying, from my point where I could have possibly landed or where I came from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You play high school sports for 4 years, you Eastern District, first team, boom, boom. Then you hit the block.
And remember what I said at the beginning. So you play high school for 4 years, all Eastern District, first team.
Maybe first team, all state.
Next thing you know, season over. Y'all lose second, third round of the playoffs. I'm not talking about y'all, just in general.
Yeah.
Season over. Them pats on the back is a little different when they see you around. You know what I mean? Like, this is,
yeah, for sure.
That's what separates you
within the
from
city too.
What's that?
Everywhere, even within the city. Like, yeah.
Yeah. That's what separates you from, you know, what we was missing before you got here. Let me say that. Okay. Is because you care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You care because you've seen it, you've been through it. I mean, you care just because that's the type of dude you is. That goes way beyond talent. You know, don't care how talented you is. Like, you gonna put the work in?
Yeah, or is you not? Because it ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys go to school. A lot of guys go home. You know what I'm saying? Every day you wake up, you got to ask yourself if this is what you really want to do, because it's really that hard. You know, back here, you know what I'm saying, you score touchdowns. Such and such had 10 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? My son had 10 touchdowns. Why my son ain't getting no looks? It's deeper than that. D1, that's kind of from birth, genetics. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can change that, but that's kind of the mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? Your mom and dad 5'7", your dad 5'8". You know what I'm saying? Ain't no really too many chances you're going to be 6'3".
And that's good for 10 touchdowns in
high school.
In first team all Eastern District. But like you said, without those genetics and those physical traits,
sure,
D1 is different. Being aware that you're rare. Like, everybody ain't built like you. Everybody ain't cut like you. Like, most people that's been through what you've been through, or, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about me and you in general, just being aware that you're rare. Yeah. But in your case, your mom had you when she was how old?
16.
Single mom at 16, right?
Yeah.
Steubenville, Ohio.
I know where I could have been at.
Because you was, you know, your homies.
Yeah, I was aware. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a shelter kid.
And it could have went.
Going back to what I said earlier, just about the playing 4 years and then hitting the block, you know what I'm saying? I seen some of my favorite athletes. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take it there. Seeing some of my favorite athletes, Demetrius Benjamin, Josh Schoonover, you know, those. I mean, at the time, I didn't know I was going to grow up to play that position, but those were the guys that I seen. You know what I'm saying? Just being a hilltop kid, you know what I'm saying? Living on growing up on Rossville. My store was Maxwell, you know what I'm saying? And, back in the day, still to the day, that was the hangout spot. You know what I'm saying? The park, just Maxwell in general. So those was the guys that I seen in the community growing up. So, you know what I'm saying? That was who I wanted to be. That's who I wanted to emulate 05, 06. Like, I'm a kid, but like you said, I'm aware. Like I'm aware what's going on. Before I turned 18, two of my favorite football players from Big Red, role models, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it, is dead. We go back to you played 3-4 years, and those guys, you know what I'm saying, Case, first team All-State, second team All-State, honorable mention, go to college, you know what I'm saying, come back home, hit the block.
And that goes back what we said, because they didn't have a Shaq like Isaac has you. And it's what you said, you played 3-4 years, and then like who cares about you after that?
If you ain't playing chess, you know what I'm saying, after that last game, it can get sticky, depending on how the season ended. Depending on who you is, I don't know how your resources, you know what I'm saying, you might have been a C+ kid, now you an F, depending on how you lay your hand. Future could be already written for you before you even decide.
Before you even do anything. But seeing that, I mean, you just mentioned that two of your idols, back, you know, they was middle linebackers back-to-back years, all the accolades, dead, never even seen 30. That's the reality, bro, of Steubenville. I mean, of the world, but specifically we talk about Steubenville, like that's the reality. Like we see a lot of people shine under them lights. And
it's over with. And then,
it's over with.
And then take it even deeper than that. Walking around homeless. You know what I'm saying? It can get deep as you allow it to get. You know what I'm saying? Doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just do time All-State. You out here doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Getting high. You know what I'm saying? Looking crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be real, man, we need people like you. That's the reality, bro. That's the importance, is we need people like you. Like, these kids need you. That's why I say the city needs you. Without even ever having this conversation with you, like what you're doing is so important, and it goes beyond the training and beyond the talent. It's because you're the man for the job. Like you're the guy for the job, bro. Like when you played for Dub V, the city stopped on those days to watch you play. When you was playing, and we're gonna get into all of that, when you was playing, you know, in the preseason with the Chargers, like, and this is before I ever even spoke a word to you on some real shit. Like,
we just locked in over the last couple of years.
Yeah, we did. We just locked in. Yeah, when you came home.
Even though you say you admired me, you know what I'm saying, I always admired you, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't heard you say on other casts for doing what you want to do, but at the same time, we need CJs.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A black man in the community taking care of his household, you know what I'm saying? Married, kids, daughter going to college, you know what I'm saying? I seen the little picture, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations on that.
Appreciate that.
She's doing her thing, you know what I'm saying?
It.
Join every club, you know what I'm saying? Take advantage of every resource, you know what I'm saying? College, it's the best time of your life, man. Like, when I do get married, it's going to be a lot of my college friends in my wedding, you know what I'm saying? Like, them is the friends that you gonna live with and die with, you know what I'm saying, through a lot.
I regret that, bro. When I mean, you know, everything happens for a reason, but when I went to college, I wasn't ready for college. I was a mama's boy, I'll be honest with you. My mom's did everything for me. So being like in that atmosphere to where I had to be a man and think for myself, I wasn't ready for that. You know, I wasn't ready for that. And I try to be that dad, but at the same time, give them enough leeway to where
you got to do that.
They can find themselves, you know what I mean, without me.
I ain't got no kids, but I went to school at West Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Morgantown. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people from around here know what Morgantown's about. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of China's final schools. We down to 2 schools in WV.
And like you said, you and gave your daughter a leeway. You know what I'm saying? To know, like, you know what I'm saying? And if she do make it go to Morgantown, she gonna be fine because she gonna know. You know what I'm saying? It's them kids that you sheltered them, you did everything for them, you know what I'm saying? And then you kick them to college, to a college like Morgantown or hire you as a party school. They ain't never had to walk back in the house and be able to walk in the house without stumbling. They just walk back into their dorm. Yeah, they ain't semestering out.
It's different. Yeah,
it's semestering out.
It's definitely different, man. You know, I definitely lived it. I want to go back though. I want to go into. I want to take it full circle. So I want to go into your journey and bring it back to Beyond Talent. So we're going to start Big Red football. We talked about Meat. We talked about Josh. And RIP to Meat and Josh and everybody else that we lost.
Everybody from the city. You know what
For sure. It's a vicious cycle you could get caught up in. But sophomore year you started?
Yeah.
So you was linebacker sophomore year?
I started linebacker sophomore year, yeah.
Was NFL always the dream? Like when you started playing football, or like you just wanted to play football?
Hell no. I mean, I guess as a kid, I want to play in the NFL, but it was never like, at that point, I never seen nobody go D1 like scholarship play. Never seen nobody go to my generation era, you know what I'm saying? Never seen nobody go to the NFL, you know what I'm saying? So Mount Union, that was
Yeah, did you see anybody go D1?
not for me to be like, yeah, that's bigger Red. Like it was like at that, like I
Zach,
said,
and then who else?
yeah,
Like,
but it was but for me, I feel like growing up at that era, it was like, man, Mount Union national championships, they right up the road. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where everybody from Big Red go to Mount Union, get you a big ring. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's what you know what I'm saying? That's all, because I can never, even like I said, Beam would tell you like he can never. Man, the kid was never like screaming he going to the NFL. Like that came about just through the journey.
Dude was just playing football.
Just playing football, and then somebody that didn't owe me nothing, you know what I'm saying, told me like, this could be your ticket out the city. I left everything.
When is this? When did somebody tell you that?
Freshman year, and the crazy thing about it was like a away game. We was in Canton McKinley. Played Canton McKinley. We ended up losing like 14-7. It was a man that I never seen before sitting on our sideline, black man. He was like 15. You could be real good. You know what I'm saying? You better go back home, get back to work. So he sat on our sideline. I didn't know if he just from sitting on our sideline from a Canton McKinley fan, or he got Steubenville ties and he just lived up in Canton. He's like 15. Come here. Like I came over to talk to him. He's like, man, you got potential. You know what I'm saying? Kid, like, you know what I'm saying? You can get out of Steubenville playing football. And the whole ride home, I'm like, man, who this man is? Still to this day, don't know who he is. And then the crazy thing is, we got home, and JoJo Piro was our coach, football coach, and Reno was sitting on the steps waiting for us. And he was like, man, how the hell you lose with that team? You know what I'm saying? Like, because we lost to Cam McKinley, but at the time, Cam McKinley ended up having like 3-4 guys go play at Ohio State. Steve Miller, all those type of guys. But yeah, Reno was waiting for us when we got back as a freshman off the bus, and he was like, how you lose with that team? So, you know what I'm saying? That encounter with the man in Canton McKinley, and then hearing Reno tell, you know what I'm saying, that, I'm like, oh, yeah, you know
special.
Me and Jesse, you know what I'm saying, we could be, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we was doing. It was me and Jesse, and then, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Piro and those type of guys. But me and Jesse, we was like the Bash Bros, you know what I'm saying? So hearing that, it was that day, it just clicked. I don't know.
So when you said clicked, like what happened? What you started doing different that you wasn't doing before?
Thinking I had a chance for football. I don't know.
So was you working harder? Like, was you putting extra work in?
Yeah, we was living on Spring Avenue at the time. I was running up that hill.
That's what I remember you telling me before. That's what I was trying to get you to. You by yourself?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then
just pushing yourself, running up the hill.
Running up the hill, doing whatever I'm required to do. Then lifting in school, you know what I'm saying? But push-ups at home. I got some dumbbells at home. Just, you know what I'm saying? In reality, you know what I'm saying? Push-ups till tears, you know what I'm saying? Then I go to bed.
Pushing yourself.
Yeah, for sure. You saying, you know what I'm saying? Kids need a Shaq, man. I wish I had a me back then.
So why was you going so hard? Like, what was the goal?
I wouldn't say it was like I would hope to say like I had a goal oriented, but I don't think it was that from my point of view. It was more of what I was grinding to get away from.
So the goal was to get away from?
Get away from what I was seeing going on. Like,
yes.
Going back to seeing my two favorite football players, Big Red, they dead before I even get into high school. I ain't never even get to ask for a tip and advice. You know what I'm saying? Dead. Basically grinding from what I knew.
To avoid being a statistic.
For sure.
I wish there was a better way to put it, because that's no disrespect to them, because they weigh more than that.
Yeah. All my boys, they like you said, they tell me, like, boy, you special. Like you rare, boy. Like, we proud of you. People be like, you know what I'm saying, when you start to go that way, you got to separate yourself. Yeah, there's certain people, but a lot of my boys, you know what I'm saying, kept me on the same route. And I feel like this probably the best chance for me to give them their flowers, you know what I'm saying? Kyrie Rose, Big Loaded. He was a guy that around that time, like I said, freshman year, when I started, like everybody in the city could start to see it, like sophomore year, start playing games, like, all right, boy, it's time for you to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. What you need, a couple dollars.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, Big Loaded, you know what I'm saying? Then just my peers of my age, you know what I'm saying? Just even when I had to distance myself, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't come outside, come kick it on my porch.
So while we giving flowers, you want to give flowers to your guys. Beam.
That's
So I know Beam was at the games. Beam
was staying with us, living with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming home from school. He like, boy, you got mail from West Virginia, Michigan State. Like, he ready to open it. All tight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Beam was there through it all. Like, if anybody could really sit across from you and tell you like a more uncut story than I ever would tell you, it'd be Beam. And please don't offer him the beverages before he.
Oh no, he was supposed to come. I got sick. He was supposed to come. We got Beam scheduled.
I don't know how uncut he might get.
Oh, you know Beam, man.
Beam was there through it all. Know what I'm saying? Beam and did some things, or
we'll keep him tame, but. Beam, no, man. We had him scheduled and everything, man. We about to get him on. He said he got some stuff he want to get off his chest, but
shout out to all my guys.
That's dope, man. That's you mentioned a village.
Takes a village for sure. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my village came from people that I grasped, you know what I'm saying, through the journey, like through Big Red family, like the Haneys, super supportive. Like my guys at school knew the Haneys. Like, boy, you get that package from Miss Haney yet? And then when she came to the game, like, this Miss Haney, oh, I love you, know what I'm saying? Barely even know her, just, you know what I'm saying? She sending homemade cakes, know what I'm saying? Gift cards, know what I'm saying? I'm breaking bread, know what I'm saying? Because that time away from home, like, know what I'm saying? It's just like that time up the road in a sense, know what I'm saying? You find your 3-4 guys and y'all lock in, know what I'm saying? Whatever come, you know what I'm saying? Y'all handle it, y'all fake, or y'all duck it.
It's funny you put it that way because it ain't no different.
That's what it is, know what I'm saying? For real, like, my first, like, stripes was in the locker room, like, ready to knuckle up with an upperclassman, like, because, boy, you disrespected me. Like, I don't care how tired I was in the workout, made you do some extra up downs, boy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to be doing too many of them B words, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that was like one of my first, like, oh, that boy ready, like, you know what I'm saying? So that if you was paying attention, that's what really got me off the block, like, got me hanging with, like, Tavon Austin, like, something. And in a sense, like, Tavon Austin was Bronco's freshman dorm roommate. What transpired with Bronco, you know what I'm saying? When Bronco left West Virginia, you know what I'm saying? He knew that it was another kid from Steubenville coming. So he was like, Shorty, like, you know what I'm saying? You Broncos people, like, I'm like, yeah. So when that happened, I'm in the 100 blocks, you know what I'm saying? He over there number 1, he got the first locker, so everything happened, popped off. He come around the corner like, oh, that's my youngin', like, y'all about to do it, it's about to be a fair one. And then everything since then, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Coaches like, man, who the hell that young dude is hanging with Tavon? Like that's
earned the respect.
Yeah, that's how I like. And then it just carried over to football too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like freshman year, Orange Bowl, 70 points worth of kickoff. Like, you know what I'm saying? BCS champion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I want to get into how you got from Big Red to WVU. Now I know, correct me if I'm wrong, you went to a camp.
A couple camps.
Well, it was a camp that WVU was at, or you went to a WVU camp?
Yeah.
Okay, there was 3, WVU,
Michigan State, and Ohio State.
How that happened? How that come about?
Dwight's dad, Big Dwight was, you know what I'm saying, taking Dwight to camp. And, you know what I'm saying, I was like, how much is it? And he told me how much it was, and I was like, man, I ain't. And then, like, 2 days later, Dwight was like, man, my dad said somebody paid for you to go to all 3 of the camps with us. So I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, like, all you got to do is, you know what I'm saying, pack your bags, you know what I'm saying, we going these dates. And, you know what I'm saying, we went to them camps, and I did what I had to do, and then it was like, I popped on the radar. But I think we got to take it back further than that. Like, it really go back to back in the day when Reno used to take us, they used to take us to Boca Raton in Florida, down there in Boca Raton. It was like a Jim Pastor. Is that a Jim?
Pastor from Beaver Local.
Don't quote me. Jim Pastor, I think he was down there in Boca Raton in Reno. This when they was like, they used to take like 3-4 kids from every school, like, and we went down there with 2 Brook kids, 2 Weird Madonna. So me, Jesse went down there, Connor Arlia, Ryan Lazier. We went down there with Jim Pastor, and we worked out for like 2 days with like the NFL trainer, and then like on the last day we went to a Nike Spark camp, run the 40, broad jump, position, like pro agility drills. Into the camp, you know what I'm saying? I make the all team, Dade County, Miami.
What year is this? How old is you at this time?
This probably before my sophomore year.
Okay.
It's like my freshman year. Like,
okay.
Yeah. I made the all Nike Spark team in Miami, Florida. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you know football, like that's one of the pipelines of college football. You know what I'm saying? So making the Nike Spark, I was made the honorable mention team. Ran like it's everything laser. I ran like a 4.6. You know what I'm saying? So like that's fast as a ninth grader. You know what I'm saying? Going into the 10th grade, did all the broad jump, pro agility. So I made the Nike Spark team, and then that kind of like that's when I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? And like
it could get real.
Yeah, like Reno ain't even know. He ain't even know what happened. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the camp, we just left. Know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, you on the all honorable mention team. Like, we like, what? Like, I thought I just ran like everybody else ran. I was like, nah, I made the honorable mention team, and then that kind of like opened the window. And then we went to the camps that following that summer also, and then we went to Michigan State. Went to Ohio State first. I ran like a 4.5 non-laser hand time. So, know what I'm saying?
This your sophomore year?
This going into my sophomore year.
Going into my sophomore year.
So
the Dade County and the Ohio State, this all the same year?
This all the same year.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to the camps, boom, run the 40s, meet Najee there too, you know what I'm saying? They're like, man, where y'all from? Like Steubenville Big Red. And then like after that it was like downhill. Came back, actually, that was all just buzz. You know what I'm saying? That was just all just building buzz, and then sophomore season come. You know what I'm saying?
Put the work in on the field.
Put the work on the field, and then the first day that I was able to get a scholarship, I got 4 or 5 scholarships my sophomore year.
So you got offered, WVU offered you your sophomore year?
The majority of my offers came my sophomore year, yeah. Like out of
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
The 7 that I had, 4 came my sophomore year. West Virginia, Michigan State, Akron, and Syracuse.
See, I didn't even know you got offers from them schools.
Yeah.
So that's a product of the buzz you created in the summer, and then you translated it to film on the field.
To the football field. Yeah, just speed. That's what I'm preaching out here now. You know what I'm saying? That and just skill and just the preparation for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids, I'm going to the Ohio State camp. You 5'8". You going to the Ohio State camp for you about to donate that $50. You know what I'm saying? West Liberty having a camp, you know what I'm saying? With 30 D2 schools there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
be realistic.
Let's be realistic. Let's get that free money, get this education, what it's really about, because everybody ain't going to the NFL. Going back to when I got to school, man, I'm about to graduate. Like, that was the only thing, you know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to play, you know what I'm saying? But the NFL, I'm about to get this free education. I'm about to play football, and I'm about to make sure I graduate.
So what made you choose WVU?
At that time, Bronco was down there, and then just being aware of my situation, I'm single parent, 2 other siblings, you know what I'm saying? I went to Michigan State. My mom ain't take me. You know what I'm saying? Coach Herring drove me there. The whole ride I'm riding Michigan State. Like, boy, my mom ain't about to be able to drive up here every Saturday to come watch me play no football.
That's what you thinking on the way
the
up
whole
there.
The whole ride there, that's what I'm thinking. Like, my mom ain't about to be able to drive 5-6 hours, gas, hotel. Probably got to take off of work. You know what I'm saying? I got to bring my brother and my sister. Hotel after, go get back on the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking ahead of my age.
I mean, we being honest, you was always the man of the house. So
sure, yeah.
You was making man of the house decisions at that age.
So then took my official visit to WVU, my whole family went.
You knew that's what it was after the official visit? Like, was your mind made up?
Going there? No, yeah. At one point I was committed to Michigan State. Like, I'm about to go play the biggest level I can play at, Big Ten. Like, I'm about to go at that point. But then I took that trip to Michigan State, and I'm like, man, this ride long. My mom about to make it to what? 2 games, 1 home game, and then we play in Columbus.
And it was important for you,
for sure,
for your moms to see you play,
and
your brother and your sister.
It was important just to be close to my brother and my sister at that point, because like you said, I'm the man of the house. So my brother, like, what, 10, 11, like he got a decision to make, just like I had a decision to make, and my sister got the decision to make too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
they're still in it.
I need to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, hour and a half, 2 hours, 6 hours. Took the official visit. We had the game, and my mom was like, "This your decision." Like, that's what she always was like. She never like, you do what you want to do. Went to the West Virginia game. I seen it in her eyes. So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I got to do what I got to do.
You seen that this is where she wanted you to go, but even though she wasn't going to say it.
She wasn't going to say it, but I was like, this gonna be easier on my family. I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? But it turned out to be the best situation for me. Looking at the depth chart, I went as a freshman and played as a freshman. And any recruit, that's what you want. I capitalized on, so I feel like that was always I made the right decision. Like, I wouldn't want to change nothing that happened. But yeah.
It all worked out.
For sure.
You mentioned you played your freshman year. Like you said, you know, everybody is a competitor, bro. Ain't nobody trying to go and sit. Even if it's the best thing for you, everybody want to play. So you play your freshman year. You end up getting hurt when?
I tore my ACL the last day of training camp before my true sophomore year. So my second year of college, the last day of camp, like the last day of training camp, like we before practice, like, boy, we going to the club tonight, camp break tonight. literally the last day of camp. Like, we got a game in 2 weeks. I'm starting in the sub package as a sophomore. Like, third down package, I'm starting. Tear my ACL.
So I always heard that the mental hurdle of like athletes who tear their ACL, like I know it's a physical rehabilitation, but I always heard like the mental hurdle was crazy. Did you experience that?
Definitely, for sure. Like, just that time period, like, dudes wasn't bouncing back from ACLs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, like I said, don't quote me on this, but I feel like at that time, Adrian Peterson just fell off from the ACL. We just had a previous guy on the team tear ACL. He medical red-shirted. So I'm like, it's over with. I'm starting on third down package as a sophomore. I'm like, it's over with. Like, I'm never getting back to this level. 2-3 months, surgery, rehab. Like, I'm like, do I transfer to West Liberty and go be a stud? Like,
that was really going through your head.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You wasn't going to play at the D1 level.
Going through that rehab, yeah, for sure. Man, like, it's a mental too. And then like on the D1 level, like, you hurt, you ain't know, you wasted goods. You damaged goods. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't already like one of those guys, position coach will walk right past you.
Because you don't got no value.
You ain't got no value. This is how I pay my mortgage. And they point of view, at that level, it's deep. A coach will tell you, like, you think I'm about to play you? Nigga, my wife and my marriage and my mortgage depend on how you perform. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I get fired, I gotta move my wife and my kids. I ain't about to put you out there if I can't trust you. Like, it get deep. Like, coach will tell you straight up to your face, you ain't good enough. So all that rah, man, it get deep.
In your head, you like, man, it's over?
Yeah, it's over. I ain't never gonna get back to the position that I was in to be like starting.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what made you stay?
I wouldn't even think it was like that. It was just a thought. Like, as I'm going to the rehab,
right.
Like, it was never like a reality. Like, I'm about to transfer. I think that became more of a reality once I got back, and it was like, I'm like, dang, it ain't.
You didn't trust it, or you just wasn't yourself?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you clear, they throw you out there. Like, I ain't feel like I was ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't. So I'm hesitant of myself. Like, I'm like, man.
Mental again.
So I'm like, man, this is it. Like, I ain't never about to be able to do it again. Like, I ain't never about to be able to play at the level. Continue to rehab. A lot of transpired behind the scenes. Position coach that I didn't see eye to eye with. Things happened where I was in the doghouse, fought myself back into. And this all happening while I'm doing the ACL injury. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my grades start to drop off. I get popped for a drug test during my rehab.
So they already, like, you hurt, you know what I mean? So you ain't got much value anyways. Then you get popped for the drug test.
Get you out of here if I can get you out of here. If you ain't...
You in the way, basically.
Cold-blooded is a business. You better know that before you report.
If you ain't grown, it's going to make you grow up right there.
Yeah, but to tap back into that, yeah. So I end up, you know what I'm saying, putting myself in a situation. Top of that, my grandma died on my birthday. I'm still a freshman in the dorm. All that's happening. I don't even know.
There's a big weight on your shoulder.
I overcame that, you know what I'm saying? I get my grades back up. I'm on the roll 3.0. Me and the dude still ain't seeing eye to eye. Like, he just
the position coach?
Just the position coach.
Okay.
Just the dude, like, you know what I'm saying? He telling me, like, I don't care. This back, once I'm like, I got my confidence back. I'm back. Like, I'm 100%. Like, he like, I don't care who you better than. Like, you know what I'm saying? You smoke dope. Tony Gibson come in. He come in, defensive coordinator. He like, I want to give you a clean slate. Mind you, Tony Gibson, he played football at Glenville State. He know all about Chucky Hythen. You know what I'm saying? Steubenville guys, you know what I'm saying? He's Steubenville, what up? Like, you know what I'm saying? He the safety coach. Steubenville, what up? Like, when you gonna get your shit together? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm on my shit, Gibby. Like, doing what you supposed to be doing. I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Get this dude off my back. As soon as Gibby took over as defensive coordinator, it's about the time for us to come home. Like, summer break, spring break, come home. We having exit meetings. He like, you ready to play ball? I'm like, yeah. He like, go home and get healthy. And when you come home, I want to see what they brought you here for. That was all I needed.
Turned you up.
What? What? That was all I needed, man. He said, when you get back, you want to see why they brought you here.
Bro, I'm glad you shared this because sometimes, bro, it only take one person to believe in you. It only take one person, and when you know that person believe in you, it reignited that fire.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, along my journey, I'm lucky to have multiple people. Like I said, it goes back to it takes a village. But yeah, like that's why Tony, that's my guy. Like, we gonna be down there this summer. I'm taking Landon Crozier, my guys. That's like I said, the guys that I ain't seen cry tears, that is cussed out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't came back. Like, them the guys that I'm putting my all you got is your word and your name and your face, and them the guys that I'm taking to Marshall and I'm gonna be like, hey, Gibby.
He still coach at WVU?
Nah, he the head coach at Marshall now.
Oh, he the head coach at Marshall. Okay.
He the head coach at Marshall now.
Okay.
And that's my guy.
That's the dope. Y'all got that connection
That's my guy. Like he know what he did for me. And then tapping back into the story about the position coach, my last game.
I was gonna get to it.
Yeah, we play in Arizona State. He the DC.
It's the bowl game.
It's the bowl game. It's my last game. Like I said,
full circle.
NFL is not no. Like I ain't had a good career. Know what I'm saying? Like you said, Steubenville and turned in every Saturday. Like 100+ career tackles. Like NFL still ain't no nothing. Like I'm like, this is my last game, and it's against a dude that shitted on me. Like it's pre-game, I'm crying tears.
It's crazy how that work out, bro.
And God working mysterious.
Out of all the teams in college football that you could have played your last game,
Arizona State, and he the defensive coordinator.
That's God.
It's God working mysterious ways. So everybody know, like he played you, like he, you know what I'm saying. You did that to yourself, but you overcame that. You know what I'm saying. He still held that against you, like, you know what I'm saying. Told it to your face. He don't care who you better than. I ain't playing you. So everybody already know what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? This last game senior year, and I ain't already did my strut, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm known in the locker. I'm a senior captain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, against the guy that shitted on you, man, they like, boy, that boy Shaq about to go crazy. Like, that boy might get kicked out the game. Pre-game, we warming up. I can't hold it together at all. Like, Gibby, like, man, please don't go out there and do nothing stupid. Like, please just play football. Like, kill him with kindness. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you had the city on your back, bro, in that moment. You always did, but that was like the crowning moment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we made it. Like, look, man, we made it. Look at Shaq, man. That's us.
The crazy thing is, like people, everybody didn't even know what was really the weight of like the serious of that situation.
No, I had no idea.
That game, like,
yeah, I just knew you was MVP. I didn't know it was personal.
Yeah, it was personal for sure. Every tackle, turn to their sideline, tackle somebody on their sideline, making sure I bump them. You see me out here, like, you trying on my parade.
That put you on the NFL radar? That put the NFL on your radar? Because you said you wasn't even worried about the NFL going into the game.
I wouldn't say I wasn't worried about it. I just knew in reality that it wasn't reality for me. I ain't got no agent. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to the local guy, Mike Simon, you know what I'm saying? After that game, you know what I'm saying? We was in Arizona. It's the only game on TV. What time was it when you was watching it here? It was late.
It was super late.
So it's the only game on TV. Like,
because
you know what I'm saying? So everybody watching it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, game over. I got to my phone, man. I got, hey, this is such and such representative of XYZ. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're in Arizona. Like, we would come to your hotel. Like,
it got real.
It got real immediately. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, boom. I'm already talking to the dude that Mike Simon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But yeah, it got real. It got real right after that. Like, after that game, like, for sure.
Football aside, you MVP of the bowl game. You got your revenge.
Yeah.
And you talking to agents, but you graduated college.
Yeah, that was always the main goal for me. Graduating college, just taking advantage of my ability as a football player that just got me in the door. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to capitalize off this. I can't join the cycle. I ain't seen the cycle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a dummy. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, I ain't seen it a couple times. I ain't seen people go to school, come home first semester. I'm like, I ain't not me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to be that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this. Like, I'm like you said, I'm doing this for the hood. Like, I'm the one that gotta do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's on my back.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for the next kids, like, you know what I'm saying? That's always been my mindset. Like, I get it. I'm kicking the door open.
And we seen people do it, but not for the hood. Yeah. That's the difference. Like, you know what I mean? We seen people do it, but not for the hood.
Yeah.
But not only for that, going back, you the man of your family. Yeah. So you got your sister
and my brother
and your brother looking up to you.
Right.
And you big bro, you know, but you like pops. You know what I mean?
Sure,
like, yeah, you played that role. So I know it's the same for Shylin and Pookie, but Pookie specifically because I'm sure he wanted to emulate and do everything you did. I know I would.
Whatever I was doing, he wanted to do. So, like you said, after the game, you know what I'm saying, he see me doing something, he wanted to do something. So I always was aware of that. If I do this, he gonna take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? If I play football, he gonna strive to take it to the next level. So that was always big to me, and then I just knew whatever I did, it was going to control my sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, You know what I'm saying? Like pops, I wasn't going for that from day one. So she knew. So it was more of just showing my brother the way. You know what I'm saying? And then it's everything else gonna fall into place. Follow with my sister. You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, shout out to your mom, bro.
Yeah,
shout out to your mom, your grandma,
Keisha, man.
Yeah, to your whole support system. But
shout out to my mom.
Shout out to Keisha because you know, bro, it don't work out like this, man. It's just this ain't the norm. You know what I mean? For her and for you and for your brother and for your sister, the cycle don't really go like that, man. You know, you supposed to be. You know, you dead or in jail or you in the streets. Like that's the way it goes.
And I feel like that was part of the fuel that kept me going. So I was like, man. Man in my house, like if I don't get it this way, I know what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's not what you.
That's not what I wanted to do. Like, that's not what I wanted to do for any time in my life.
Like you talked about, you chose WVU. You made a grown man decision off of some grown man principles. Like it could have been Big Ten. Yeah, I'm gonna play at Michigan State. But what's that if you can't enjoy it with your family?
Right.
You know, you made that conscious decision. Like, I'm going to stay local. I'm in the WVU, but I'm going to stay local so I can impact my family.
Right.
And you making that decision at 17 years old, 16, 17, like that. So you always been ahead of your time.
At the age I'm at now, 32, like looking back, I'll be having times where I'll be like, just sit back like, yeah, I'm proud of you. And I feel like I don't.
That's important, man. To be able to look back on your journey,
to know where I could have been at and what I did, and like what I got lucky with, made it home, like didn't get caught, like you know what I'm saying, like like we squad up, we was running around here 25, 30 deep, like terrorizing all my friends, and
some of them ain't here no more.
Some of them ain't here no more. Some of them locked up. All of them been locked up. You know what I'm saying? No downgrade to them. I'm telling the story, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a part of you.
It's part of me. And they ain't gonna feel no type of way because they like you said, they
proud of you.
They proud of me. Yeah.
Kill. Like
for sure. Like Kill. He from
But it was always like that. I remember my cousin Ray Sean.
Mitchell.
Ace. Yeah. So
Crunchy.
Right. Crunchy Black. So we had a big so I didn't realize they called you Kill. They was calling you Killer.
Yeah.
And I'm a Big Red guy. I'm at the game. They mobbing for you. Like they calling you Killer. I'm like, who the fuck is Killer? Like they talk about Kill, they talk about you. Even if they chose their path.
Yeah.
But again, you was the chosen one. Like they was behind you, and you know what I mean. They was gonna make sure you did the right thing because they was fans for sure.
Definitely, like shout out to my guys. I don't repeat myself, but you know what I'm saying. Once you start having some success, they be like, you got to separate yourself. But yeah, you definitely got to do that. But you got to pick and choose the people that you got to keep close to. Like I had some people that you know what I'm saying kept me good. Like you know what I'm saying, told me like, all right, it's time for you to go, type of thing.
That's dope. You acknowledge that because what you hear is. Once you grow, you got to cut people off. You know what I mean?
Some of the people that, man, kept me from doing dumb stuff at school. Like, boy, you need any type of money, let me know. For the hood, like, I get 10 tickets, boy. I'm trying to have 10 of my homeboys. Like, this is your first game ever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever been to a Ohio State Buckeye game, but like this my boy's first game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, home games, I'm trying to get 8, 9 tickets, and I'm showing beam. Like, you know what I'm saying? But boom, like, bring who you want to bring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like. It's one of them games, like
that's dope, bro. You putting on.
And then like I'm just giving the tickets, and then boom, and these are the guys that's keeping me from doing X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? Like
it lets you know that every situation is different because, like you said, they'll have you thinking that's what you're supposed to do, just because your people back home is doing things that. People don't want you doing. But when you're mature, in your situation, bro, you mature enough to make your own decisions. Like, first of all, they wasn't even pointing you in the wrong direction.
And I was smart enough to separate myself. Like, I know when it was time to leave. Like, I got to go to the convenience. I live on the hilltop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember just overhearing people talking like, Petteway, man, I live on Roswell. Like, what store I'm going to? My mom ain't sending me to Kroger's. She's sending me to the convenience store on Maxwell. Like, that's why I'm over there. And if my boys on the block, yeah, I'm good over here. I'm about to dap everybody up, and then I'm gonna make my way back home. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, if it end up 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you happen to ride past, like, first thing you do, I see Petteway out there posted. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see me for 5 seconds.
Ignorance.
Just you know what I'm saying? Just
everybody ain't happy for you, man. And the hate and With success breeds envy.
And I dealt with that early.
Yeah, that's crazy, but that's reality, man.
Everything happened for me early, so it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, why they certain people acting like that, or certain people acting different, like, or now I feel like I ain't getting no help, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, but like you said, you got success early. You was offered 7 scholarships.
Yeah, so now it's, oh, he think he too good. No, I just been working hard, and it paid off for me, and I still got 2 more years. Like,
man, that's what the grind and the hustle and the hard work. People want what you got, but they ain't willing to do what you did.
I don't hate on nobody out here trying to help no kids get to any type of level of success. You know what I'm saying? You doing it for the kids. That's what you should be doing it about. Why are you worried about what I got going on? You know what I'm saying? And if you really paying attention, you should be seeing it's a difference. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in all my kids' pictures. I ain't posting no highlights of my what I did. Like, I can care less about that. Like, I really can care less about that. Like, I honestly hate when people bring up reminiscing high school days. I don't really be trying to get into that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate that bar local talk. Like that'll get me. Like, I'm gonna hit my cut.
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that, bro. Because on purpose, I wasn't going to ask you certain questions that first of all, relationship is different.
We can talk on that, man. People be out here saying anything.
Cause me and you talk, man. Like, we talk. So shit, man. We gonna after the Mobo episode, man. It started a lot of controversy.
Yeah, for sure.
In the hood, bro. Like, I thought I needed a bodyguard, man. And
yeah, you started.
Yeah,
I
did.
I was not.
Yeah, man. You had a different conversation, but you Shaq. So I know you was getting the phone calls. Like, hey, bro, you see what bro said?
I was getting the phone calls because I don't think I was. It was just I was seeing it.
Yeah, it was. It was a little testy.
Yeah, I was seeing it. You know me. I'm active on the Facebook. You might know I ain't posting much, but I know what I'm saying.
And honestly, like, I'm glad we brought this up, man, because we all positivity. Like, it ain't just a game. We really is. And I just was having a conversation, man. I wasn't trying to I felt bad for Mo, honestly, on some real shit, because I feel like I put him in a bad position to where he had to defend himself. I wasn't trying to put him in that position. Yeah. I was just trying to give him the flowers, and that's where the conversation went.
Right.
And, I seen, like, little comments, and people was making it like we was stirring up drama.
Yeah.
We don't need to stir up no drama. Like, first of all, grown men don't do that.
And we don't do that on the Legacy Lounge.
Yeah, no, definitely don't do that on the Legacy Lounge, man. We don't.
Talk about it.
Yeah, we don't do that on the Legacy Lounge if we're gonna talk about it, man. We it's all positivity, and that's not just a game. So we was never putting Mo against nobody else, or I felt bad for putting him in that situation. But that's the passion that people talk about Big Red football.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that, man. It was me giving flowers, and shit, people took it how they wanted to take it. But
that's what come with, what I'm saying? Steubenville.
Yeah, that's Steubenville,
High school,
man.
That's what I'm saying. That's our pride and joy.
That's our pride and joy. When you talk about it, that's what it is, man. Yeah, we ain't got to. I'm glad we brought that up, man. I wanted to clear the air with that, and we can revisit that down the road if we want to. But I want to get back into the journey real quick before I bring it back to Beyond Talent.
Right.
You made it, bro. Like you got an NFL jersey with your name on the back, like with your mom's name on the back, from Steubenville, Ohio. Like, that's the mountaintop, bro. You reach the highest level of your craft.
Right.
Like, the work that you put in. You run it on Spring Ave. You going to Convenient and with your guys, dapping up your guys. You tear your ACL. You push through it, man. You choosing your school for your family. You graduate for yourself, but for your brother and your sister and your moms.
Right.
And then you don't stop there, bro. You make it.
Right.
Like, so how that felt playing in those games, man, putting that jersey on, NFL jersey with your name on the back?
I mean, probably only got to enjoy and like really soak it in for like the 10 seconds, and then you was like, boy, you better get out here, get the fight in there, boy. They gonna send you home. Like, so yeah, the first game, it was like the bus ride. I'm like, dang, I'm on the bus going to an NFL game. Like, I knew it was bigger than me, so I was emotional. Huge accomplished for me, and then other people behind me that's to follow me for sure.
When you say it's bigger than you, what you mean?
Who I represent, like who I'm doing it for, and like just not my community now is because it's the Beyond Talent and took it further than that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for all type of different communities. You know what I'm saying? Just people that want to invest in me, like different schools from Harding to Big Red to Edison. Like I had a kid drive 3.5 hours from Parkersburg South. Came here every Christmas break, every Thanksgiving break. He had family in Weirton. That's how he found him. And then I ended up training him via FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? It's easier on track. You know what I'm saying? First state champion track, 4x4 state champion, West Virginia.
Congratulations.
Chase Anderson, Parkersburg South. He graduated graduated last year.
That's that impact, bro. That's that.
And when that happened, like I seen a kid was willing to drive 2.5 hours. I'm like, man, like I'm doing something right.
Wasn't there? You're gonna have to remind me, but I'm gonna try to take you there. There was a kid. He had your jersey or something.
Cooper Kirkpatrick, I think that was his name. Yeah, I mean, he had a jersey at Harding for sure. And then that was big. Like I would think a kid at Harding too young to like, you know what I'm saying? Like so when I seen the 36 West Virginia, I'm like, man, that ain't with one person, like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't with one person, like, you know what I'm saying? West 36 West Virginia from that Harding, that ain't with one person. So I'm in the comments like, man, who in that West Virginia's jersey? Like somebody sent me a picture on the in my messenger with the name on the back of the jersey. I'm like, oh, I want to sign that for that kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Darren Hetherington set it up for me, when the guy I graduated with. Set it up for me, you know what I'm saying? Came into the school, signed it, and then I also brought my official West Virginia jerseys, you know what I'm saying? Let him take a picture in it. That was like a reminder. Like, that was another moment when I was like, I'm doing the right thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about no other opinion of you doing the same thing I'm doing. I don't care about your opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for the kids.
You 32. You know, you done did a lot of living. And it's crazy even saying this, but you got Najee, you got Inky, and you mentioned, bro, you said you wanted to kick the door down.
For sure.
And you kicked the door down, and then you walk right back through it, and you start giving back. Like, you ain't just kick the door down and walk away. You know what I mean? Like, you could have did that. Like, I made it to the NFL. Like,
be like anybody else. Be like,
just like anybody
sitting
else.
back waiting. Ain't nobody else did it. And nobody else did it, and that's the standard around here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't like that. Like, Landon, by the time he had 70 tackles, he telling me, I'm about to kill your record, and I'm like, go for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? 10 tackles a game, you gonna have it. Like, when he had 0, I'm telling him like what you got to do to be on track. I'm going for your record, like 116 sophomore record. You know what I'm saying? He ended up breaking it. Like, I wasn't about to be like. That's what I wanted to see. Like, that's my guy. Like, I've been training you since 7th grade. Like, that's what we doing it for.
And this ain't, I want it to sound bad. This ain't no knock on nobody. But you're not that guy living off what you did.
Like, no, I don't know.
You know, you living off what your people doing. The joy I know you get when me and you texting, like before a Friday night or after a Friday night, and we recapping what happened.
Yeah.
First thing you doing is talking about Landon. We going to Landon first. But, like, I'm just a fan. You know what I mean? So when I'm texting you as a fan, like, you know, just wanting to see the kids doing good. Right. You coming from blood, sweat, and tears. Like, you literally putting in blood, sweat, and tears with these kids. And you seeing them, you know, the work that you put in and the work that they put in. You seeing the production on the field. Right. So I could tell how proud you are.
I ain't felt a better feeling like seeing Isaac sign, and then seeing Mason sign, and then seeing everything happen with Landon, and then that's a better feeling than any feeling I had from any type of accomplishment I had. You got to be invested.
You know, make you different.
Yeah, for sure.
That make you different. Yeah. Throughout your journey, you know, we talked about you excelling in high school, excelling in college, making it to the NFL, but your journey brought you back home. You in it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't far from it.
Yeah.
Just like I ain't, you know, I mean, we ain't in it, but you in it. You know, the challenges these kids face, and you know it could go left at any time. With so much talent, you know, we talk about Steubenville specifically. Like, what advice would you have to the kid that, you know, that's growing up how you grew up? Like, you know, single parent, talented, but the influence around them. Like, what advice would you give them?
I think it's hard to put it in words because just living the situation, I feel like I had people trying to do the same thing to me, and I wasn't trying to listen to words. You know what I'm saying? I think it take action. You got to surround yourself with people that's doing the right thing. You young out here, you know what I'm saying? You want some money? Try to find you somebody that's getting some money the right way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pick their brain. Like, you want to start your own business? Go to somebody out here that got their own business. You know what I'm saying? Go pick their brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's journey ain't gonna be the same. Like, I'm not saying like everybody go to college, but it's trade schools out here. You could be an engineer, electrician, you know what I'm saying, right now, and be making the same type of money that these dudes out here ain't never seen. Real money. Like, I would say, like, try to take action on what you really want out of life. You want to make it out of Steubenville, you got to take action on that. If you want to go to school, you got to do your schoolwork now. You want to be something out of high school, you got to put some effort into high school. You want to go play college football, you got to put more effort than what's going on now. Like, you can't just do the bare minimum. You can't do what all your friends doing, what's being asked of you. So I would just say, try to put action to your words. I think I made a statement one day, like, on the training page, and it was like, I'm all for chasing your dreams, but you can't sell me no dream. I know what that dream really take. It was many nights where at school where you gotta ask yourself, like, this is what you really want to do, because it ain't for everybody. Like, I ain't seen guys that had it handed to them, like, starting single digit, just go home. Just because the day in and the day out grind, like, and if you at the top, somebody trying to take your spot day in and day out. You gotta really know what you want, and if you really want that, you gotta put some action behind it.
I got lost, bro, but that was dope. That was dope. I didn't know what I was going to say afterwards. I got lost in your words, but that was dope, bro. I think it's also important that to know that it's okay to be different. You walked into Harding, you from the hood, you got your guys, and you walked into Harding. And you was in a different class.
I walked into Harding with a 4X white T-shirt on, probably some capris on. I know I had them Coca-Cola Air Forces on. I had a chain, I had a Daewoo chain on or a D's chain on. And, back then you ain't know what homeroom you was in. You had to go to class. You had to go to Harding and then read the wall. You know what I'm saying? So as we walking up the steps, like, all my boys starting to venture off. Like, boom, first floor, second floor. I'm like, man, I'm going to the fourth floor. Like, go to the top floor. Get in the class, walk in there, I take a hard left or a hard right, you know what I'm saying? I look in, I turn around immediately, like I'm in the wrong class. The teacher's like, Shaquille, like you in the right class. Sit down, man. There ain't nobody in there I ever seen in my elementary days ever. Like, I'm the only black kid in there for real. It's a couple biracial girls in there, but I'm the only black boy in there right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a couple black kids and scholars, but I'm the only one in honors. I went home immediately, told my mom I'm in the wrong class.
Did you think you was legit in the wrong class, or you just didn't want to be there?
I don't know. I ain't want to be there. I ain't belong there. That's what I thought. Right. I thought I ain't belong there. That's what truly, if it walking into that, like I said, I got a 4X white T-shirt on. Everybody else in there got Aeropostale, American Eagle on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a hat on and everything.
I'll never forget this. We had, like, when I was in elementary, I'm dating myself, but we had, like, a secretary. Like, I'm sorry, a librarian. I apologize, not a secretary. We had a librarian. Yeah. Like, so we had a class that was library. I think he went like once a week or something like that. But mine was Mrs. Thorne, and Mrs. Thorne was actually a neighbor of my grandma as well. Lived on the same street as my grandma. But I was in Scholars from downtown Steubenville. At that time, that was like the hilltop. Like, that's where everybody was. I went to Garfield. Like, Garfield was the hood. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't so. I knew these kids because we was in Richmond together, but she stopped me. Miss Thorne stopped me, and she said, don't ever let them, like, make you think that, like, being smart ain't cool. I don't even know why because I was thinking that. Like, I was feeling like a lame. Like, you know what I mean? My mom ain't care. Like that's what you gonna do. Yeah. But I was feeling I wanted to be with my boys. And I never forget she said that to me. Like, don't ever let them think, like, make you think that being smart, like, ain't cool. To be okay being different. Like, you looked around, you was the only one in there, but that's cool. Like, you belong there. Like, it's all right. You don't gotta, you can still have your friends, but, you can also have your, do your own thing, man. It's always good to do your own thing.
You stating a teacher, you know what I'm saying? I think that gave me the opportunity to, like I ain't never take no test to get no honors. Like, that was my McKinley teachers recommended me. Miss Nasera, Miss Rubers, Miss Johnson. Those was my teachers in McKinley. Like, and they was telling my mom, like he's smart, you know what I'm saying, but he's also very talented, like, and he takes recess serious. Like, that's what my grade school teachers was telling my mom, like, and then everything transpiring, like, go to middle school, I'm in honors, I ain't like it, you know what I'm saying. I stay in honors 8th grade, get to high school, I'm more prepared in high school than my friends, like, you know what I'm saying. So that's when the transition started to happen, like, dropping out of school, going to school, freshman team, everybody don't make it to the varsity, you know what I'm saying? That's when everybody started quitting. Like, my peers started quitting, like, you know what I'm saying? So just looking back on it, like, it take a village. And it started all the way back in elementary school, McKinley, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my teacher seeing something in me and recommending me to be in honors, you know what I'm saying? When I'm thinking, like, I don't belong in here, like, Like I'm fine with getting a B. Like I'm fine with getting a C plus. Like I'm fine with not studying and coming in and still getting a C plus.
I don't even know if you notice it, or maybe you do, but it's people seeing something in you. So it started elementary school. You know, they seen something in you. Then you talked about when Dwight's dad came home, and Dwight's dad was taking him to the camp, and you don't think your mom could have paid for it.
Yeah, he told me, and I was like, man, my mom ain't paying for that.
Somebody seen something in you.
2 days later, the young Dwight tell me, like, my dad said somebody paid for you to go to Michigan State, Ohio State, and West Virginia. And
that gesture changed your life. And not saying that you know what I mean, you was doing your thing anyway.
No, like that changed my life.
It changed your life.
It changed my life for sure.
By somebody just seeing something in you enough to pay for it.
Every time I see him, gratitude, you know what I'm saying? Like he'd be like, man, you don't gotta keep. I'm like, no, I do. Every time I see you, that was a blessing. Like you saved my life in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gave me an opportunity to see something else, and I capitalized on it. Like, I took a lot of work, but you know what I'm saying? You gave me that kickstart that I needed.
It takes a village.
It takes a village for sure, and I'm a true believer in that. And that's why I try to do my part behind the scenes. Like,
because you was a recipient of it.
I ain't trying to fill no glass that I didn't fill up during my time. I fill my glass up to the top. I don't feel no envy doing it. Like, it's from a genuine place when I'm dealing with my kids, and I feel like that's what's transpiring into my results that I'm getting. I'm just doing it from the heart. Like,
it ain't an accident, bro.
Yeah, I know it ain't an accident. I know.
It's your purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
It's what you're supposed to be doing, man. Your journey from Spring Ave, you know what I mean, to the Spark camp, to the other camps, to the football field, bro. To recovering from a torn ACL, like, it's the grind. Like, you put the work in. You put the work in to get, honor roll at school. You put the work in to graduate. It ain't easy to graduate college. I ain't never played football, but I know it ain't easy to graduate college. I know that's not easy. I didn't make it a semester, so I know how hard that is, bro.
They do not do your work for you.
No, you did, and you didn't.
It wasn't doing mine.
I didn't put in the work. Yeah. I always relied on my brain, but I wasn't prepared for that.
Right.
You never just relied on your talent, like. And it's crazy we're saying this, you never just relied on your talent, you put the work in, and you're a brand, you're beyond talent. When you see Shaq, like, you see beyond talent, like, it's bigger than Shaq now. Yeah. Like, you represent a whole brand.
And like you saying that, like I said, the name came to me. Like, I ain't have a name, like, and I didn't want something connected to my name for me to get 20, 30 kids to come train. Like, oh, I'm gonna go train with Shaq Petteway. I ain't want that. I wanted to be the genuine, get it off of the results and the work. So for like the first 3 months of the training, some people didn't know who I was. They was asking me, like, what's your name? Like, and I was like, Shaq. And they was like, I didn't have no clue. It's like, that was yours. And I was like, that's exactly how I wanted it. Like,
you wasn't self-promoting, you promoting the brand.
Yeah.
Bro, shit be divine, man. Like, sometimes stuff don't make sense. Because as we're talking and it's coming to me, like, bro, everything you did was like way beyond your talent. You know what I mean? You put the work in. It's, you didn't just rely on your talent. You put the work in. And you said the name just came to you, but the name came to you because it's you. Yeah. Like, your whole journey was beyond your talent.
Yeah, for sure. Talent ain't going to get you through because everybody got it at that next level.
A lot of people walking around here that had talent, bro.
Even when you report, everybody good.
Talented.
Everybody can run. Everybody can catch. Everybody can tackle.
What makes you different?
What makes you different? What extra level do you got? Like, how far is you willing to take it? Is you willing to cry and continue to go? Keep pushing, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like getting to that point. Or that fire, like, failure is right next door, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't reach that point.
Everything you saying, you can apply it to life.
There ain't nothing that I went through in sports that I can't, like, the ACL was the hardest thing I went through in my life. There ain't nothing that I can go through at no job that can result to that, because at the same time, I'm going through it. If I don't recover, that's my whole life in front of me. There ain't no job that can make me feel like that. There ain't nothing that can make me feel like that.
Resilience.
For sure. I be seeing the little hate, you know what I'm saying? It take a lot for me to respond, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to speak up on things. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I'm a brand. My brand is, like, stating back to earlier, don't let nobody disrespect you.
You got to protect your brand,
You got to protect your brand. And I'm going to the furthest extent to protect what I'm standing on.
When you got your brand,
It's more
on
powerful.
your chest.
It's more powerful
Yeah,
than anything that you can put in your pocket to put on your waistline.
There ain't nothing like it, bro. Like when you living and you living and breathing and you rocking your brand, you can't trick me off my square.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm a brand.
For me, it just happened to be training right now.
Yeah.
It just happened to be. I feel like I'm giving back my debt that I can never pay back with money.
For people that looked out for you and took chances on you.
I could never pay back the people that looked out for me back with money. Like played 5-6 years in the NFL. Yeah, I probably could have. Now I'm training their kids, or I'm training their nieces and their nephews.
Bro, that's worth its weight in gold.
For sure.
Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's, we don't know where Landon going to take it. Like, we know where we hope he take it, but
for sure. You put the work in, you ain't scared of failure.
Nah,
you ain't scared.
Because at the end of the day, if it don't work out,
you did everything you could.
Exactly. You could say that to yourself, man. Shit, I did everything I could. I'll live with the results. Forget that. I know what I want to do. You got somewhere to be?
Mm-mm.
All right. March 15th.
March 15th.
That's the party.
Oh. That's the party.
Yeah.
Be there.
Yeah. So I'm saying that to you because, man, if y'all could thank Shaq for real, like Shaq is a real big reason.
I've definitely been pushing for it.
Shaq, a real big reason why we having the party. He definitely been pushing for it.
Gotta be the right person to bring the city out, man.
Yeah, man. So that's what Shaq always said, man. They got to be the right person to bring the city out. You told my mom's that.
Yeah, for sure. I see her. I tell her, she's like, "You ready for the party?" I be like, "I'm getting ready."
Yeah. She told me. She was like, "Yeah, Shaq said you're the only person that could bring that type of crowd out that he want to be around."
The right crowd, yeah. Maybe step out, yeah.
I wanted to make sure you was ready because. You know, you was pushing for it, man. Yeah. It's here.
I'm getting there. I'm gonna be there for sure.
Mom Duke's allowed to come?
Nah. I can't do what I want to do and watch her.
Keisha, I'm sorry, man. We've been going back and forth. You ain't allowed to come to the party. I ride with Shaq, man. That's my guy. So.
No, she does. She could. We go too much into details.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna go too much into details. No, but I wanted to bring that up, man, because you was a big proponent in pushing it, and I'm excited, man. I can't wait to kick it.
It's gonna be a good time. I feel like.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie, man. It's gonna be a movie.
Make sure
March
y'all
15th.
there, man. March 15th
at Frolics. Champagne Dreams.
Presented by Legacy Lounge.
We in the building. Hey, bring your best. Wear your best. You know what I mean? Mess around, you might get embarrassed if you ain't sharp. So it's definitely going to be a movie, man. Y'all going to hear a lot more about it as we get closer to the date. But I wanted to bring it up because I've been talking to Shaq a lot about it, man. He was pushing for us to have it. So we're going to kick it that night, bro.
For sure. We're definitely going to kick it.
We're definitely going to kick it. Man, we've been talking. You know, time been going. Going to be respectful of your time. I gave you flowers at the beginning, bro, but real shit, man. I'm behind you, like not as a person. Like this is CJ. This ain't I'm not speaking for the Legacy Lounge. You already know how we rock from friend to friend, man. I love what you do, man. I love what you stand for. I love your story, where you came from. I'm your number one fan, bro.
I know that.
Like with your kids, your pupils. I'm invested in them because I'm invested in you. So keep going. That's what people keep telling us to keep going. I need you to keep going. All you can do
is keep going. You gotta keep leading the way. Keep prowling the door open.
That's it.
Until it's somebody else's turn. Shout out to Inky Jones, you know what I'm saying, leading the charge right now. We appreciate everything that you're doing right now. We support you 100%. Keep leading the way. You carrying the torch. We got Isaac Hill coming right behind him.
I love that you said that, and I love the love that Inky is getting, bro. He on a tour, like, and he's being celebrated, and
we need to see that in Steubenville.
No, we do. The kids need this. If you see it, you could be it.
Him walking in McKinley, I mean, that touched. That was something one of those kids needed to see.
Yeah, for sure.
Ohio State Buckeye, like that's all a lot of them kids know as far as football. They might not watch no football, but they know Ohio State Buckeyes. You know? And national champion came into their elementary school in Steubenville, Ohio. That's from Steubenville, Ohio. And Inky, a real Hilltop baby, also. You know what I'm saying?
Great kid.
Great family.
Yes, great family, man. Black excellence. To me, that's the epitome of black excellence. I got daughters, man. If I had a son, I want my son to be like Inky.
For sure.
Inky mime. He sing.
He
jump.
He did it all.
Yeah, he did it all.
He did it all,
run, bro.
He did it all,
He literally did it all. Inky, every flower that you getting, bro, you deserve, man.
Definitely.
Like,
keep going.
Keep going. And you got the city. Just like I tell Shaq, man, the city was behind him. Like you got the torch, and it ain't no pressure. we growing with you, man. We literally rocking with you, and I'm a Notre Dame fan. So
he was cheering for you.
Yeah, I was cheering for Inky, bro. I'm Steubenville over everything. So like people thought I was like jumping on the bandwagon. Man, I don't care about that team. I don't even like that team. But that young man is from Steubenville.
Steubenville, Ohio.
It's one of ours.
It's one of ours.
Yeah. And he deserve everything he get, and I can't wait to, you know what I mean, to chop it up with him at some point. Everything you doing, man, you know, I salute you, and, you know, keep it going.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Shout out to you guys, you know what I'm saying? What you guys got going on for the city is also doing a lot. Everybody tuning in. I've been seeing the comments. Everybody be waiting. You guys be dropping the snippets. Everybody be like, well, when the episode coming out? So once you guys keep going, keep putting on for the city, it's a good look. And like you said, we need CJs. We need legacy lounges. We need successful small business, black-owned businesses. There's a kid that's coming up to see it. Maybe they shot, or they realization that it's possible.
That's a fact. It ain't no different than the sports. If, like
you
I said, if you see it, you can be it. Yeah.
You can't see it, you can't dream it.
And sometimes it's right in front of you, man. And that's our job. You know, that's the torch you hold right now. And, you know, we hold a similar torch, just from a different perspective. It's all giving back. What you're doing is giving back. What we're doing is giving back, and hopefully giving hope at the same time. And, man, you know, to me, you know, pure example of hope, man. You know, everything that, like I said, you reached the highest platform of your profession, of what you were doing. And a small percentage of people reach that plateau. So, you know, that's an ode to your family, you know, to your mom, your support system, you know, to your siblings and everybody that believed in you, and your guys. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's that loyalty, man. You know, the loyalty that you say you have for your clients, and, you know, that they have to you. Right. That started with your guys too, you know what I mean? And that's dope. Sure. And that's Steubenville, man. That's, you know what I mean? That's what we is. Like,
we all we got.
That's it.
You gotta take the good with the bad sometimes.
That's it. And there's a lot more good than bad. You know, but they don't talk about it.
Definitely don't get the shine or the spotlight that it deserves.
Yeah, we're gonna change that. That's what the Legacy Lounge here for, man. We're gonna change that, man. Beyond Talent gonna change that. They're gonna get their just dues, man, and get what they deserve. First of all, bro, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you for you know, for
finally stepping up.
Finally, bro. I was on your heels, man.
You was. I was ducking it.
I knew it was going to happen, man, and I respect it. This ain't for everybody. Yeah. Like you said, you know, the grind ain't for everybody. Like, this platform, it takes courage, right, you know, to sit across from somebody and tell your story with these bright ass lights in your face. Right. Like, that's, you know, that real shit, that takes courage, man. Everybody can't do it, and I respect that. It ain't for everybody, man. The name Beyond Talent. But more importantly, the symbolism of it, man. So, and you could be the most talented person in the world in your field. You could be the smartest, you could be the fastest, you could jump the highest, you could rap the best. But if you don't put in that work, man, you know, you just another person with potential, you know, and potential is just another word for you ain't did shit. So, you know what I mean? Just being honest, man, it goes beyond talent, man. You got to put the work in. You got to grind, and that's what we like to talk to people that put the work in. And Shaq put the physical work in, and he's still putting the physical work in. And, you know, people are you benefiting now, you know, you making sure other benefits. So Beyond Talent is you got to put that work in. That's when I hear Beyond Talent, man, I think work. It ain't nothing but some work.
You can't cheat the leg work, man.
Man, you can't cheat the grind.
Can't cheat the leg work.
Can't cheat it. We could do this again whenever you ready. Look, you like, what it done?
You probably want to.
But now we gonna have Beam on, man. So I know me and Beam gonna get into some discussion about you too. But I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the invite.
And showing good faith of appreciation. Our subscribers and everybody that's been rocking with us, our loyal followers, our new followers, our old followers, people that's just getting hip, the city itself, man, Steubenville, Ohio, man, you know, the support for the hoodies, the support, you know, for the party, the support for the podcast, the love y'all give us, man, it's overwhelming, but it keeps us going, and we need that. We need that, man. The likes, the loves, the subscribes, the shares. We on YouTube, everywhere. We need all of that. So please continue to like, to share, to subscribe. We on YouTube. We on TikTok if you still got TikTok. We on Facebook. We on Twitter. We on Instagram.
Shout out GB.
What did GB say? Pull up. Yeah.
All platforms.
We on Spotify. Man, yeah, like pull up on us, man. We really out here. And as this weather break, y'all see it starting to get light a little later. We outside. Like, we really about to be outside. The hoodies is on www.legacyloungemedia.com. The tickets is on the same website. See, Shaq got his hoodie. And we flooding the city, man. City on my back, heart on my sleeve. Like, that means something to us. Like, because that's how we roll at Steubenville. If you know, you know. Sure. So, Legacy Lounge, man, we really out here. We really outside. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Shaq.
Shout out to everybody.
We see y'all next time.